The enigma of an alien gargoyle atop ancient Scottish church has now been solved. We see a lot of gargoyles like this in the medieval churches of Europe. We even see them, of course, over some skyscrapers in New York, for example, in Manhattan. This alien-looking E.T. gargoyle carved on the exterior of a 12th century Scottish abbey is causing waves on social media. This is by Steve McCalmy, Collective Spark. This is by Ashley Cowie, Ancient Origins. Believed to have been founded as a holy site in the 7th century by Saint Mirren, or Saint Mirren, the 12th century Paisley Abbey is a Scottish parish church of the Church of Scotland, situated on the east bank of the White Cart Water in the centre of the town of Paisley in Renfrewshire, about 12 miles west of Glasgow, Scotland. A gargoyle carved high up in the abbey's roof is making waves on social media because it mirrors the xenomorph creature from the 1979 movie Alien, and Glasgow Live reports photographs are going viral on Facebook and Twitter. Stretched for protection, architecturally gargoyles are stonemasons' tools carefully carved with spouts, which are designed to take water away from the sides of the buildings, therefore preventing rainwater from eroding masonry and its connecting mortar. Medieval architects sometimes created rows of grotesques with water troughs cut in the backs of the gargoyle, and the reason these fantastic creatures often look stretched is because the longer the gargoyle, the further the rainwater is directed away from the walls. Spiritually, however, the primary application of the gargoyle was to illustrate evil through the form of a tormented-looking creature. It believed to frighten off evil spirits and protect those it guards within the church, but the Paisley Abbey alien gargoyle has a different story altogether. And now, before you get to thinking maybe Gregorio Tsoukalos from History Channel's Ancient Aliens was right and start to think maybe a 12th century stonemason had traveled forward in time, watched the movie, and hopped back again, the answer is much simpler. Alien spotted at Paisley Abbey in 1990s. Reverend Alan Burse told BBC News that during a refurbishment project at the Abbey in the early 1990s, 12 medieval gargoyles, which had been on the Abbey for hundreds of years, had been replaced, and he thinks that one of the stonemasons must have been, quote, having a bit of fun, end quote. Only one of the original gargoyles remains outside the Abbey today to demonstrate how they would have looked originally before the alien took over. The building's interior also features medieval grotesques. Mr. Burse said a stonemason from Edinburgh firm was contracted to create the new gargoyles when the film was fairly new, but he thinks that the mason was not deliberately copying the alien in the film, it was just a concept of an alien. Mr. Burse also said that an internet search showed that someone had pointed out the similarity as far back as 1997. From alien gargoyles to treasure-filled drains, besides the carved alien on the roof of Paisley Abbey drawing attention, in the early 1990s an extremely finely constructed 13th century vaulted drain was rediscovered running from the Abbey to the White Cart River. According to a Historic Environment Scotland document titled Paisley Abbey, the drain measured at least 90 meters, that's 295 feet, up to 2 meters wide, that's 6.5 feet wide, up to 2.2 meters, that's 7 feet high, and before archaeologists could access it, they had to pump out water. The walls of the ancient drain hold stonemasons' marks. It was found to contain many items, some of which are now on display in the Abbey, including a slate marked with musical notations, which is the oldest example of polyphonic music found in Scotland. According to Kenneth Elliott's 2000 book Musical Slates, the Paisley Abbey fragments, the drain also contained important cloth seals, 15th century chamber pots, tweezers, and carved bone handles. And you can have the virtual tour of the drain on YouTube. It's the video in the link below. Paisley Abbey is a museum of movies. Paisley Abbey Drain is designated by Historic Environment Scotland as a scheduled ancient monument, and as wonderful as it may be, perhaps the Abbey's most historical significant feature is a tomb in the choir incorporating a female effigy widely believed to be Marjorie Bruce, the mother of Robert II, Opposite Marjorie Bruce lie the tombs of Robert III of Scotland and Simon Fitzalan, and furthermore, Paisley Abbey is also the burial place of all 6 high stewards of Scotland and the wives of Robert II and King Robert III. Those visitors to Scotland on the trail of another 90s blockbuster, Braveheart, the Glasgow Live article reminds us of Paisley Abbey's link to the legendary William Wallace, and that you can find out more by joining guided tours at the Abbey on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 2 p.m. This article, Enigma of Alien-gargoyle Atop Ancient Scottish Church Now Solved, was originally created for Ancient Origins and is published here under Creative Commons on Collective Spark. If you'd like to join me on my Patreon account, you will hear content not covered by mainstream media. These riveting stories will be based on my research, and I will state my opinions and give my personal insight on diverse and controversial subjects and world events not covered by mainstream media, and not supported by YouTube guidelines. So whatever I have on my Patreon, most of those will not be on my YouTube channel. Please consider becoming a member today. More of the most significant and important videos will be on my Patreon channel. Your support helps me to continue my research and keeps this YouTube channel alive. And we depend on your support, your generous charity, because we help economically challenged families here in Athens, Greece, in Kapota, and we also help the young generation with university tuition and the community around our church. Thank you.